Hello, I'm Rodney Martin, former chair of our financial services group here at Warner Norcross & Judd and co-founder of our Cannabis Industry group. Today I want to provide you with an update on the status of marijuana banking. Having a good banking relationship is critical to the success of any business. This is especially true for marijuana-related businesses, which are cash-intensive and need to securely house funds. Finding a banking relationship, however, is difficult. Nationwide, only about 700 banks and credit unions report that they provide services to marijuana-related businesses. The problem, of course, is that marijuana remains illegal at the federal level. Acknowledging that many states have legalized marijuana, the United States Treasury Department issued a guidance back in 2014 advising financial institutions on how they could accept deposits from marijuana-related businesses while still fulfilling their obligations under federal anti-money laundering laws. Nonetheless, the vast majority of banks and credit unions have elected not to invest the resources that would be necessary to bank marijuana businesses in compliance with that guidance. The leadership of those institutions are reluctant to bank marijuana businesses so long as marijuana remains illegal under federal law. In the beginning of 2021, there was hope that we would get some relief from Congress. The prospects looked quite favorable for the passage of the Safe Banking Act, a statute that would permit financial institutions to provide services to marijuana-related businesses. In April, the House of Representatives overwhelmingly passed the bill in a bipartisan vote and sent it on to the Senate. The prospects for a change in the law, however, have dimmed, as proponents of the legalization of marijuana laws have stated that they would only support a bill that provides for comprehensive reform of marijuana laws. So while it is dangerous to make predictions, we think it is unlikely that we will see federal legislation permitting the banking of marijuana businesses until after the 2022 elections at the earliest. In the meantime, there are a small but growing number of banks and credit unions that are willing to accept deposits from marijuana businesses. We anticipate that more will begin to do so as the marijuana industry matures and as marijuana companies develop a financial and compliance track record. But until that occurs, finding a banking relationship will remain difficult. Once you have such a relationship, it's important that you work to make it successful. You need to understand that your bank or credit union has substantial due diligence obligations imposed by the federal government to monitor your business. To fulfill those obligations, your bank or credit union is going to require much more information from you on an ongoing basis than it does from most other types of businesses. It's important that you provide complete and accurate information to retain your financial institution's trust. Besides having a safe place to deposit its funds, a marijuana-related business needs the ability to obtain financing for operations and for expansion. Typically, the source of that financing has come from outside of the banking sector, from private investors. For a variety of reasons, including the nature of the collateral and the fact that federal bankruptcy courts will not handle cases involving financially troubled marijuana businesses, traditional lenders have refused to lend to marijuana businesses. As we reported earlier, however, there has been a favorable development here in Michigan. In the fall of 2020, the legislature adopted and the governor signed legislation that would approve the operation of a marijuana licensee by a court-appointed receiver. The receiver would be able to operate the marijuana business in order to wrap up its affairs and distribute its assets. While not offering the same level of protection as federal bankruptcy law, the Michigan statute authorizing a receiver creates a mechanism for preserving and maximizing the value of a marijuana business for the benefit of those who may have an interest in it, including its creditors. The legislation required the Michigan Marijuana Regulatory Agency to establish procedures and standards for approving a court-appointed receiver to operate a licensed marijuana business. To date, however, the agency has yet to promulgate those rules. Until it does so, traditional financial institution lenders are likely to continue to shy away from lending to marijuana businesses. We regularly work with marijuana companies that are looking to raise capital or to borrow funds in order to grow their businesses. If your business can benefit from our experience, we would be happy to work with you.